Hello book lovers, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be sharing a video of 10 of my favourite books with you today. I thought this was going to be quite an easy video to make. Not easy, but I thought like it'd be quite a good, easy topic to talk about. Turns out it's really hard because I can only pick 10 and only picking 10 is quite a challenge. So I've kind of grouped series together. And yeah, let's get into the video and I'll share 10 of my favourite books with you. So first up, we have the very talked about, the very famous ACOTAR series. This series is amazing. It is worth all the hype it gets. Its full name is A Court of Thorn and Roses, and that's what you might know it by. That's the first book in the series and the whole series name. There's 5 books in the series at the moment, and I think next year we're getting a 6th one. I think so. But yeah, it's a really, really good high fae fantasy series that is just amazing. There's a reason it's so many people's favourite, and it's one of my favourites. And the love interests in this book, one particular person I'm not going to say, but so good. If you haven't read this series, you've probably seen it be talked about a lot, and you've probably seen it in the bookshop a lot, and you've been like a bit hesitant to pick it up. Maybe fantasy's not your thing. Just read it. It's so good, it's worth it, and I think it's a good one to help you decide if fantasy is for you or not, because this is such a good series. Next up, we have When the Mountains Sing. This book I recommend so much. You'll see it on my reels all of the time because it's just so good. It's probably my favourite literary fiction and historical fiction ever. It's so beautifully written. The story is so compelling. It's a multi-generational novel set against the backdrop of 20th century Vietnam. Vietnam is the most beautiful, amazing country. I've been there a couple of times and travelled it fully in 2024, and it was an amazing experience. But as a country, they endured so much throughout the 20th century, and they have a very complicated and quite sad modern history, and this book just shows how the events in Vietnam throughout the 20th century didn't just impact the country as a whole, but impacted families and particularly women like throughout generations. It just does what it sets out to do so well, and it's by a Vietnamese author, which I also think is really important when looking at a country's history. It's by someone who, you know, has their own family narrative, has their own experience of it. Anyway, yeah, great book, highly recommend. Next up, we have Eat, Pray, Love. This is a non-fiction book. It's a memoir by Elizabeth Gilbert, and it's about the year in which she goes travelling around Italy, India and Bali. This year took place after she had recently divorced her husband and then had a fling with another guy. And it really is a story of healing and growth, both in the sense of joy, but also in the spiritual sense, and in the sense of just like finding balance in your life. And it just shows how much travel and seeing new places and meeting new people, how that can really heal your soul and make you look at the world differently. I love this book. I have read it 3 times and I fully intend on reading it again. It's so good. Book number 4, we have Welcome to the Hyeongdong Bookshop. I love books that talk beautifully about books. I feel I just lack the words to summarise how much I love books, how much they mean to me, how much of like a huge part of my life they are. This book just does that perfectly. It is literally a love letter to literature. It shows the power of books and different types of books, and oh, it's just amazing. But fair warning, this book will make you want to pack up your life and just open a bookshop instead. Quit your job and pack up and open a bookshop. Next up is another book you've probably seen me talk about a lot, The Prior of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This is a feminist fantasy and it's got dragons in it. And the women are so strong, so fierce, literally unforgettable. This book is so good. It is thick. It is a thick book. It's not thick unnecessarily. It's because the world building is so clever and there are so many different plot lines and they all overlap so well that there's just so much happening in this book. It's so concise still, and everything, like every word that is in this very long book is meant to be there. And I actually met Samantha Shannon and she said the book was even longer originally. Like, I can't imagine how big this book must have been when it was first completed. She had to cut it down quite a lot, which I think speaks to how concise this book is. And when you read that, you can tell that every word that is in that book has earned its spot there. So don't be put off by its size, it is worth it. Next up, we have All My Mothers, and this book is getting more and more attention, or has been over the past year, and it makes me so happy because this book deserves so much love. It is a story about a girl and her life, but focusing on all the different experiences of motherhood she has and all the different roles different women play in her life that sort of embody that of a mother. And the different motherhood she sees other people experience. It's so reflective and it's so graspable and relatable. Even the bits that aren't relatable to you, they're written in a way that make them feel very relatable to someone or something you know in your life. The description of emotions makes everything feel so tangible. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. But yeah, it's really, really good. Really, really just human. I think that's something I really love in literary fiction books. Like, if you love like Coco Mellors books, this is one for you. I have recommended this book to a lot of people and they've all really enjoyed it. So I think you will enjoy this one too. Now on to book 7. I love a book that leaves me heartbroken and absolutely sobbing. I also love a book that is such a cutesy romance that it gives me like butterflies and I'm like kicking my feet. This book does both. Well, this entire series, the Boys of Tommen series, which again has gained so much traction on Instagram recently. It's just so good at doing both of those things, and they're two things you wouldn't like necessarily put together. It deals with some really deep, like quite hard to read, very hard to read issues, and I would definitely check trigger warnings before reading. But it also has like first love in it and all of the giddy emotional loveliness of that. I literally devoured this series when I started it. I think it's the quickest I've read like a series from start to where it's currently at. There are 5 books out at the moment. We're getting a 6th one in May and I'm so excited. They are thick. Again, they are thick, but they've got a lot of dialogue in and they're very pacey to read. Like, they definitely didn't take me nowhere near as long as if it was a fantasy the same size. So if you are a bit like nervous to read thick books, which, you know, I've been there, this is a good one to start with because they're quite quick to get through. Love this series. This video is making me so happy because I'm literally just talking about books that have made me so happy and brought me so much joy. It's so much fun. Anyway, what book number are we on now? Book 8, I think, which is another series, the Poppy War series. Again, something I have talked about a lot and you might have heard of if you've watched my shorts or my videos or follow me on Instagram for a while. It's such a good series. It is very different to some of the other books I've recommended. It is a fantasy series, but it's very much a brutal series of war and destruction. And I love the writer. R.F. Kuang had to be on this list because I just love her writing. All the books I've talked about so far demonstrates how much I love character-driven novels, and this book is that. It is a character-driven novel. Our main character, Rin, goes through so much and becomes a person that is not resemblant even of the person we meet when she starts the book. Like, she expands and grows so much and the story is so unpredictable. I'm just gonna stop talking because I don't want to give spoilers for this series, but it's just so good. How many times do you reckon I've said so good in this video? So good, so good, so good. I'm gonna try and say some different adjectives. Next up we have Daisy Jones and the Six. This is a Taylor Jenkins Reid novel and it is so different to any book I've read before, and to be honest, so I haven't read anything like it since. I read this a couple of years ago and it's one of those books that made me stay up all night reading. It's not actually written like a novel, it's a video transcript from a documentary episode about this band that's not real and this singer that joins the band called Daisy Jones, and they are Daisy Jones and the Six, and they go on this like world tour and it's about how their like career progresses, but they're being interviewed years on, and it's very interesting. It's so clever the way it's done, and I don't think I've made it sound interesting, but it really is. Taylor Jenkins Reid just builds such complex characters that you love even though you don't always like them, and I love it when an author can make me do that. If you can make me dislike your characters but equally love them, that is like real human connection with something that's not real, or someone that's not real. That is amazing. She does that in a lot of her series. All of her Hollywood books, I feel, do that. They're not straightforward characters. So I recommend all of them. I have gifted Taylor Jenkins Reid books to so many people because I just think they bring you joy, and I want my friends and family to experience joy. So go and read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book because it'll make you happy. Okay, book number 10, and of course I saved the best till last. Magnolia Parks universe, obviously. This series is my Roman Empire. I love both the Magnolia Parks part and the Daisy Hates part of the series. I would say Magnolia Parks is my favourite of the two, but that one is complete and the Daisy Hates is not. I just can't even put into words how much I love these books. I will sit on Pinterest and I will just look at quotes from these books and sob, but also feel so much joy. I feel so connected to these characters. I feel so connected to Jess Hastings' words. Like, they are amazing. When I get my new home, I really just want to put quotes from these books around the house everywhere because her writing is just, I just can't even tell you. Go and read these books. Even if you don't like romance, and if you do, go and read these books. They will Even if you don't like them, they will do something to you. Like, they will make you feel. I will never stop gushing over these books. Yay if you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below a purple heart and a book that's one of your favourites, or if you've read one of these ones that I've talked about. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.